Well, good afternoon. This is Josee Allen, and I'm recording my first painting session. I did some sketching earlier today of a little vase with flowers and my kitty. So we're going to play with this and see what I can do. I've got some new Tascam flat brush, a bigger flat brush, a smaller one, and a thin one, so that I can work with these little flowers here, and we'll see how they go. I had another set of Tascam and I really liked them, so I thought I'd get these to work with these new paintings that I'm doing. So I'm going to just do a little wet here and work on this little yellow flower. These are watercolor pencils. So let's see how they do. When I'm painting, I'm not much of a talker, so I may put in some voiceovers later on this, but we'll see how it goes. Just having fun with this. Doing some sketches of flowers that I have no names. I kind of like this orange one quite a bit when I did him. Let's see. I really never hadn't worked with watercolors since I was in grade school, I think. So I started playing with it about a month ago. I got some and I really enjoy it. It's a lot, it's soothing. I get nervous when I do my canvas, acrylics, and that kind of stuff, because they're more precise. You know, I've never really considered myself an artist. I just dabble with color, and mostly I'm a musician, and I play guitar and piano, and I write songs, and have been doing that since I was 14. I'm now 74. I'll be 75 in October. But painting is really soothing for me. I've had some serious illnesses in my life, and I found that I needed something more than trying to make music. When I did music in Nashville, that was like a job, and it was very stressful work, trying to get songs recorded and published and out there. And you'd write songs and they would take them to a publisher, and they would want you to change half of the song to suit them, and so it became very stressful. I did it for 18 years. And I burned out after that, and didn't write anything for about 10 years after that, when I moved away from Nashville. And let me see if I can get some of this up. I'm bringing this little guy to sop some of this up. So where was I? I didn't write songs for a long time when I moved to New Jersey, which is my home state. And I got a job and worked in corporate America. And did that for a long time, and then when I retired, and I got married late in life for another time. I was single for 24 years before I got married again, so it was quite an experience. And I didn't do music for a long time. I had gotten back into music before I met my husband, and then when we met, there wasn't any time. I was busy dating and getting involved and getting married, and falling in love with my new family and everything. So I didn't do anything. Come the pandemic, I decided I was going to paint some rocks. My husband and I had been to Maui, and we were walking down the beach, and I found this little rock, and it said Maui Rocks on it and had little hearts all over it. And I thought, wow, that's cool. I think I can do that. So that began my art career, as it were. Not that I have a career, I just paint because it's fun and it relaxes me. Anyway, I got home and bought a bunch of rocks and some paints and did some research on how to do it. And 4 years later, well, actually 2 years later, I decided to paint on canvas. And I started doing that. And, you know, a lot of ugly paintings came out of it, but then some nice ones started coming. And last year, I ended up putting one of my birds that I do on auction at the bird rescue locally. And made my first $50 off of it. My husband bought it back because nobody bid on it. So it was $50 paid to the bird rescue for their donation. And it's here on my wall, and I love it. Anyway, I'm just rambling on here. So I'm just going to continue painting. I'm just doing these little flowers and spreading the water. I'm sure many of you know way more about watercolors than I do, but it's fun to learn. I bought a bunch of books recently, and I've been learning all about the different types of art and how to do them, color wheels and all of that. I kind of knew a lot of that stuff already from when I was doing the rock art. I studied some of that stuff. So it was, it's been a good year of painting a lot. And the more I paint, the more I do music too. So I just stay really busy jumping back and forth between writing songs, I play guitar and piano, and painting. And they kind of feed off each other, which is really nice. So that's where I am right now. I'm going to just kind of concentrate on this a little bit so I don't get too much water all over the place. I like these watercolor pencils. They're very fun. They just kind of leave a little bit of the outline on there and then spread out where you put it. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I like this little sketchbook. This will probably be my nature sketchbook. So what are you working on? You leave me a message in the comments and let me know what you're up to, and if you're a new painter like me, a new old painter. I believe that those of us who are mature or senior women still have a lot to offer this world. And a lot of times I was feeling like I was invisible, and that's not a good place to be. So doing this work and having my little YouTube channel has given me purpose again. And I do some spiritual stuff on my channel. In my musical work, I started doing some sound healing. I've got a bunch of sound healing instruments, and I do these little sound baths. Now I'm down to one a month because I want to do other things with the channel. And I'm going to add a little bit of something more to this. What color do I want to add? That's kind of nice. Let's try that. Maybe darker. Ooh, that's pretty. Fold on there. I'm getting a little out of the lines, which is okay. But it's nice when you can have a little spot of what the flower is supposed to look like. This little cat of mine, I don't know if you've been, those of you who've been to my channel, I'll post some videos on her every now and then. We got her from a woman in New Jersey who found her out in her barn as a kitten. She had been abandoned. And the poor little thing was just, her mother was nowhere to be found, and all of her barn cats had been neutered, so she didn't know where she came from. And so she took her in, and my sister knew I was looking for a kitten. So she sent me a picture of her, and I just fell in love with her. And the poor little thing was just terrified. We went and picked her up, and she was probably at that point about 2 months old. And she was just terrified. Little skitty kitten, hissing and carrying on like a wild cat. And she was we kept her in a little crate for a few days, and I'd let her out and had her locked in a bedroom. Not locked, but the door closed. And I'd go in the room and I'd sit on the floor, and I had a little teaser that I would get out and just kind of rummage around with it and try and get her attention. And she would come out, all of a sudden she started coming out and started doing really well. She got up on my lap a couple of times here and there and playing, and eventually, it took a while. It took a couple of months before she felt comfortable enough to come out and be part of the family. And we have a husky shepherd dog that kind of scared her at first, but Sissy is her name. She was just a real good dog, and she took her under her wing. And I don't know what they do when we're sleeping, but they get into mischief sometimes. Sissy's an older dog, about she's going to be 10 in September, and she kind of just puts up with Kaylee. Kaylee's now 2. She'll be 3 in October. We think October. But she's still got that kitten spirit. So it's just really nice to have her around. She's a little love when she wants to be, and then she can turn around and be loving on me and be real sweet, and then she'll bite me. Crazy cat. I kind of like what this is doing here with this added color to it. So we're getting ready to go to the Outer Banks in the U.S. in North Carolina. It's an island. It's a landmass, a coastal waterway area, and we go down there every summer for a week. And I'm going to take this little book with me and do some painting of the local vegetation and florals. And I kind of messed this part up a little bit, but it's just a little exercise anyway. It's not going anywhere. So I'm excited for that. We leave in a few weeks, and we'll be gone for a week, and have to leave my kitty home because she does not do well in cars, and the dog will come with us, and one of the kids will come over and stay at the house while we're gone, which is always nice. It's kind of pretty. go on to the next one for now. I love this color. There were no names on these watercolor pencils, so I don't know what they were. And they didn't come in a box. They came in like some kind of little round boxy thing that didn't have any information. Very inexpensive. So I can't tell you what the names are, but I sure think this one is pretty. I'm going to add some, go back to this yellow one. That needs some shadowing and stuff in it. What color do I want to put in there? Maybe a little orange. My little, can you see my dish here? I think, yeah, you can see part of my little dish. It, I keep, I let them dry out and then I'll reuse them again because I love those colors so much. I did a little thing of underwater. It was an exercise and I just did shapes and brushes and you know, geometry things and eyeballs and whatever, and it turned out pretty good for an exercise. But I'm just learning how to get my brush strokes in and not press so hard on the let's try this one and this one and this one. Try to be more gentle so that I get the lines right. I have no idea what kind of flower this would be, but it's pretty. I know what I want to do with that. Let's put some of this in here. Woo! Sorry about that. Now it's time to, let's see, I really like this one color here. Let me show you this color I'm going to mix up here to go with. It's kind of dark. And I'm going to bring these down. Maybe I should just get these leaves going, and then I can add some color to them later. This needs a little, doesn't seem to be spreading as much. Getting a little darker color in now. They say loosen up, don't go way down the bottom. So let's try that, back up a little bit. I think it would be fun to join some kind of group of older new painters. And I'm kind of looking around my town in Delaware for something. They've got one of the art supply stores has stuff going on. I've always just been really shy about what I do because I don't consider myself an artist. I just paint. So if you have any kind of groups that you know there's more around the country, leave me a message in the comments so I can maybe find some kindred older spirits that want to share their art and learn together. Alright, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm just kind of doing the basics here, and then I won't keep you all too long, but I want to do something with this little blue. I like the color of that watercolor pencil. I don't know what it's called, but it's a really pretty color. Let's get some of it off of there. It's kind of a pretty color too. A little lighter down there. Get some of that off of there. Starting to bleed. These are things I'm learning, is how to be careful not to do the lines, go out of the lines too much. Let's see if I can get this off. Well, maybe I'll put some blue in the background. Let's try this color and see what that does. Ah, it's just about like it. Alright, let's see, what else do I have here? Let's see what we can get here. Alright, I want to put some more color into the middle of these flowers. They need little dits in the middle of them. And, very little basic colors here. This is a pretty color. I'm not sure what it's called. Wait a minute. I have a little thing. Where is it? All right. That one is called Watermelon Pink. Nope, Punch Pink. Okay, I like it. Kind of goes with this orangey a little bit. I'm going right out of the tin here to get these colors because they're different than what's in my pan. That little mixing thing. I'm a very slow painter. So it could take us a while to get through this. Well, let me see what I can add to this one. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but I got some little birdies who are calling me, telling me they want to go to bed. So I may have to stop this and pick it up later. So I think I am going to leave it here, and I will pick it up later and finish it up. So I'll see you after a while. Thanks for watching. Well, hello again, I'm back. I did a little painting on this because my video seems to be running over more than 30 minutes, so I just wanted to just get in here and maybe do a couple more things with it with you, and then I'll let you go. I worked on Kitty quite a bit, and it's kind of hard to figure out kitties yet on watercolors, so I may work on that a little bit more later to see if I can get a better take on her. So right now I think I'm going to do a little bit more on these these little deals here, the centerpieces. And we'll let that dry a bit, maybe take some of that out because it's going to puddle. I'd like to hear from you all to find out if you have any comments or suggestions on what you would like me to paint, or what kind of detail you need me to go into, because like I said, I'm not the expert. I'm just learning here, and I'm just doing what I'm drawn to do. So we'll go from there, and just let me know what you think, and I will try and accommodate or do some different things. I'll probably at some point do acrylics. But right now I'm kind of focusing on these watercolors because I'm having so much fun with them. And I might even paint a rock or two one time. I've got this, I'll show you this. I've got this big old rock that, is it showing up there? Big old rock. And it's been calling to me, so I may do that next. So let me see what I want here. Put some still a little wet. And this beautiful little pink fella, I'm gonna put some dark in her. Maybe this color. Hope y'all are having a good evening. I had to take a break and put my birds to bed, and then the cat was wanting to be fed, my little Kaylee girl. So and then I fed my husband. So it's later on this evening. I'll do a little bit of this over here too. I put some background on it, kind of a mauvey brown and lighter colors of it, and I kind of like that. I may do a little bit more on that. And Kitty's got some little pink nose. I'm trying to build up her nose is heart-shaped, so that's kind of cute. I like that about her. And her eyes are they're kind of a yellowish gold, almost an orange at times. So they're really pretty. And then she gets these big old, when she gets nutty, she gets these big old black, slits in her eyes that become circles. So we'll put some of that in there in a minute. Some black in these little doodads. I think I might put a little yellow in the middle of that. It's not showing up too well. And a little bit more of this in here around this flower. Okay, I think that I've done as much as I can for today on it. I may live with it and see if there's anything I can do to salvage this kitty cat, because it doesn't really look a lot like her. So I thank you all for spending time with me, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you out there. I want to do a shout out to Miss Wendy from the Unexpected Gypsy. She's been a big help to me, and there's a few others that I followed that I will mention at other times. And I thank you all again for being here. You have a great night and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks again. Bye for now.